Well, it's the major regulatory system of the body.
Okay.
You sense things from it. It controls your muscles, your heart,
It's kind of like the motherboard in a computer. Get off my nerves. It's Hunt for Wellness, episode number 39. Well, hello, welcome to Hunt for Wellness, the show that helps you live your best life, mind, body, and spirit. I am John Hunt.
And I'm Christy Hunt.
And this is the show where we're going to talk again about another system. If you watched or listened to one of our podcasts a bit ago, 2 or 3 episodes now, we started to talk about the body, which we called the system of systems.
Yes.
Right? And so we decided we're going to go into each of those systems in a little more in depth. And today, it's the nervous system.
Yes.
I'm almost nervous about what you're going to say, but we'll see what happens, you know. By the way, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. They make great machines that produce great water for great wellness. Check them out over at waterdistillers.com. Okay, well, the system is nervous, or it's the nervous system, so we should actually kind of define what that is so we know what we're working with.
Yes. Well, it's the major regulatory system of the body.
Okay.
You sense things from it. It controls your muscles, your heart,
It's kind of like the motherboard in a computer, huh?
It really is. Yeah.
And a lot of things hook into it, and it sends a lot of things out, right?
Exactly. So we've got the brain and the spinal cord is the central nervous system.
Okay. Yeah, because doesn't everything kind of pass through the spine at some point?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then the brain is kind of like
spine and brain.
Is like the computer chip that's doing all the processing, thinking, but it sends the signals down through the spine and out the network.
Right, which
Really
is the
good.
peripheral nervous system. You're doing so good.
Well, it sounds like, it's computer stuff, so I like that.
Yeah, I know. You do love that.
Okay, so the peripheral is, just like in computers, things that are attached to the central system.
Yes, very good.
Very good. Okay. Mm-hmm. You haven't lost me yet with all the big words.
Good. So then in the peripheral nervous system, there's the somatic nervous system, which are your muscles.
Okay.
Moving your mouse on the computer.
Yeah, that requires muscle. That's right.
Yeah, and it's
lifting those weights at the gym.
Voluntary movement.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
And then there's the autonomic nervous system, which is like your heartbeat, breathing, your involuntary movement, just your digestive system.
Yeah, and we talked about the heart last time when we talked about the circulatory system.
Yes.
And so, but something has to tell that heart to beat. And that's the nervous system, right?
Yes, the autonomic nervous system.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else with the definition? Like, are there any more pieces of the nervous system?
Yes, there's just a little bit more. So then that autonomic nervous system that does things automatically has the sympathetic division and the parasympathetic division.
Okay.
So the sympathetic division is increase your energy.
Okay.
So fight or flight, also active and alert.
Mm-hmm.
And then the parasympathetic is about rest and digest, calming down, conserving energy is kind of the theme of that one.
Okay. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah.
The nervous system defined with a computer analogy.
Right.
So even I can understand it. That's great.
That's good.
Okay. So,
good.
So this show is about helping you live your best life, but sometimes our nervous system doesn't work so well, right?
Right.
So what are some of the common things, the breakdowns that can cause problems?
Well, I think something also easy to understand is alcohol can make our nervous system not function right. You know, like if someone has had too much, which basically alcohol is poison to our body, they can't walk straight. Yeah. You know, they can't talk straight. Their nervous system is being slowed down. It's not working like it's supposed to work.
Or if you drink too much, you pass out and you sleep.
Yeah.
It's like, what was that? The parasympathetic?
Yeah, it's like we're not taking in any more.
No more,
stuff.
and we're sleeping now.
Yes.
Your body. The command center says, you're sleeping.
To recover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the body's saying, what the heck are you doing?
Right.
The liver is down there going, guys, can you just settle down a little bit?
Exactly, because the liver detoxes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Okay.
So there can also be, that's like a dramatic thing, like a chemical or a toxin. And one thing that we're really concerned about with Young Living is non-toxic products, which Young Living has. Because all these little toxins that we have day by day, just in our makeup, skincare, hand soap, chemicals when you're filling your car up with gas, all the chemicals that are around us, the pesticides, herbicides that are in our foods or sprayed on the lawns, those are affecting us.
Yeah. Well, in our previous episode about the skin system, remember?
Yes.
So if something touches your skin,
Yeah.
signals are being sent up to the motherboard.
Yes.
And they're saying, this is not too good, or I'm going to react to this, right?
Right.
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
And just like when we go by that aisle in the grocery store that has all the chemicals for cleaning, and my nose says this is bad for me.
Yes.
I don't like it.
And they're trying to smell like perfume, but it ain't working.
So that's the first cranial nerve, is the olfactory nerve, the one that smells.
Right.
So, gradual loss of function is degeneration, which can happen with toxins, infections, injuries, vitamin deficiencies and nutrient deficiencies, especially B12.
You need the energy. You need the fuel to keep that nervous system going, right?
Yes. Yeah. So eating healthy, balanced is important.
Okay. What else? Any other things that are kind of common things that affect us in a negative way, or should we talk about how we make things better?
Well, and just decreased blood flow can affect it too. So,
a lot of things.
Yes. So,
and who would have thought the nervous system is the one who's hopping in there trying to dissect what's going on and how do we react, right? It's kind of like the troubleshooter system.
Yeah, well, it's your thinking.
Yeah. Well, if it's got the brain.
Your thinking, yes, your brain, your memory, your ability to talk.
Yeah. How about like your touch?
Yes.
And that's part of it too, right?
Yes.
Because let's talk about, did you talk about nerve endings? Because I, if you look at the very tip of your finger, I mean, that nerve has got to stop somewhere, right?
Yeah. And there's parts of our body that have more nerves than others.
Okay.
Or sensations, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
More sensations than others, particularly our hands, our fingers, our mouth.
Yeah.
Well,
some animals in the wild too, like, are maybe blind. So they're using their other senses, their other things like touch, smell, to guide them in how they live.
Yeah, a lot of animals use the smell.
Yeah.
Which is more developed than ours.
Yeah. Okay. So let's help people now. I mean, that is what the whole purpose of this show is, to help you support the nervous system, which is going to help you support your whole mind, body, and spirit, really.
Yes.
I mean, you really need to be in good balance. And so what are some of the things that we can do to support our nervous system?
Well, exercise.
Yeah.
Use those muscles, activate those nerves.
I bet, and too, when you exercise too, you start to feel really good. I don't know if the stuff is oxygen's pumping through your body and all that. Your nervous system must really like that. And it also tells you when you're lifting too much weight. Put it down, or you better lift just a little bit smaller weight, right? It's so smart.
Yes. It is. So, it helps blood flow to every part of the body. So that's really good. Exercise helps just about everything.
Yeah, helps reduce stress too.
Yes, it does, which also affects the nervous system.
Yeah, because I'm sure if you have inflammation, which is a big cause, or happens when you get stressed out, you have inflammation, and then your nerves are saying, hey, this is not right. It's a little inflamed here, right?
Yeah, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah, very good. All right.
So, okay, eating organically.
So that is tip number one, right?
Well, yeah. Exercise.
I think that's a tip that we have on just about every show, because I don't think we can promote organic food enough.
It's true, because, okay, if you've got chemicals that are supposed to kill bugs and other plants, they're killing things.
Yes. What are they going to do inside of you, right?
Yes. I mean, is it a slow kill, or there is negative effects of that on the body? And so decrease the toxins by eating organically.
Right.
And there is more vitamins and more nutrients in organic food.
Right. Well, we're Young Living brand partners, and I know we don't really have time to talk about the whole seed to seal process that they use at their farms, but we visited the farms, and their farming practices are incredible. Don't you think?
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, no pesticides.
No pesticides, no herbicides, totally organic cultivation.
Right.
Choosing the right seed, not a GMO seed.
Yeah.
Not genetically modified or anything like that. And then, according to science and research, they determine when is the best time to distill, to harvest, and then distill, and how long it should be distilled. Typically, lower temperatures. But every plant is a little bit different. So they research every plant and to see how to get the best constituents out of it.
Right. Yeah, and keep it clean. Keep it clean, right?
Yes, and then they test every single batch of essential oil.
By the way, if you want to find out more about essential oils or any of the things we're talking about here, you can head over to Hunt4Wellness.com, click on the blue connect button, and we would love to connect with you and talk about your wellness journey. What's your next step? What are your goals? And what can we do to help you move to that next step? So Hunt4Wellness.com, click the blue connect button. Okay, so eating organic. What else are we going to recommend?
This also has to do with eating, but minimizing sugar.
Yeah.
Because it raises,
hard to do, but yes.
It raises your blood sugar, and that can be damaging to your nerves. We especially see it with people with diabetes.
Right.
They often get peripheral neuropathy, but anyone can get peripheral neuropathy, but they get it more often.
Yeah.
And then what that means is typically it starts in the hands and the feet. You can't feel as well. It's easier to trip and fall. You can get tingling and numbness in the feet or the hands. They just don't function as well. They feel like you're got mittens on your hands when you want to do things.
Right.
This is getting, less functional. It's degenerating.
Right.
But it can be related to high blood sugar. So that's something you just want to minimize.
Yeah.
Minimize the sugar.
Very practical idea. Okay. What else?
Okay, then when you are stressed or know that you're going to be stressed, like you've got a super busy period of time, you need to plan rest into your schedule. Have at least like one day a week, like God said, that we rest.
Sabbath rest. Yeah, and we all need you can't work nonstop.
No, it doesn't have to be on a Sunday.
Right.
Maybe your schedule is you have a day or two off during the week or something, but planning extra rest, extra sleep, so that your body can renew, because that is when your body heals and renews itself, is when you're sleeping. And if you don't do it, your body will do it for you. You'll get sick, and then you won't be able to do stuff you want to do.
You'll have to lay down all day long because your body is telling you through the nervous system, it's time to sleep.
Yes. More than just the nervous system, but that is part of it. So giving yourself extra care, like getting a massage, taking a bath with Epsom salts and essential oils like lavender.
Right.
Drinking plenty of water, drinking Ningxia Red, which is a super high antioxidant.
Right. And how do antioxidants play into the whole thing? Because isn't that when your cells start to get...
So we, just through normal metabolism, and then with also toxins and things in the body, free radicals are produced. And the body can handle some of them, but not all of them. And so an antioxidant helps neutralize those free radicals so that they're not as damaging to the body. And Ningxia Red is one of those.
Yeah. High in antioxidants.
Very high.
Yeah.
And so the free radicals damage the cells. They damage the proteins. They damage the cell walls. They damage the DNA. And basically, this is like the beginning of all disease.
Right.
Is through that. So combating those free radicals by eating healthy, organic food, drinking, plenty of water, and Ningxia Red is really, really helpful. Go research it yourself. See what you find.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
to learn more.
Great. Okay, now we got to talk about some essential oil products from Young Living because we are the brand partners, and
they help.
They do, and each one has got its own little unique. When you're talking about the stressful situations, I could think 3 or 4. Stress Away, all these different ones. White Angelica, so you going to be in a tough situation, and we've talked about some of those on other shows. But what are some of the key oils or products that Young Living has that can help just support the nervous system?
Yeah, peppermint is a good one.
Yeah.
People have been using that to try to get their smell back.
Oh, yeah. In the whole COVID thing, a lot of people are losing their taste and smell.
Yes.
Right?
Now, apparently it doesn't fully damage the nerves, but it impacts the nerves and around the cells around the nerves. So they can get their smell back, but it's been challenging for
a lot of people.
A lot of people, but peppermint is one of the oils that they're using.
Right.
To help return that function. Basil is good. That's stimulating the nerves. Lavender stimulates but is calming. Helps the nerves function well, but it's not like overstimulating.
Right.
Lemon is calming, improves the memory.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
So that's a good one to diffuse, to put on your temples, smell.
Right.
Put in your water and drink it. Black pepper is a stimulant. There's a black pepper essential oil.
Right.
You can also use it in your cooking.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of the vitality ones, right?
Yes.
So good for ingestion.
Yes. I would just put a toothpick in it and then swirl that in the dish.
Even a drop is too much, isn't it?
It would be a little much.
Yeah.
Frankincense tones the nerves, helps the nerves just function better. Peace and calming calms the nerves down.
Love peace and calming. Yeah, that's
love
a great
to diffuse that every single night.
Yeah, that is very calming.
And I love to diffuse it with cedarwood, which is also calming, calms nervous tension.
Yeah. Boy, there's a bunch of them there, aren't there? So any more on the list, or?
Well, there's Roman chamomile.
Oh, yeah.
Jasmine helps nervous exhaustion. So if you've been under a lot of like emotional, mental pressure, jasmine would be a good oil to put on your wrists, put on your hands, rub them together and put them over your nose and mouth and smell it.
Yeah.
Diffuse it in the air and rest.
Yeah. And you can get those oils into your nervous system a variety of ways.
Yes.
Just like that. You can inhale them. Some of them you can take right inside. You can rub them on your body in a variety of different places, depending on what's going on. So, this, I think there's been a lot of information given here. So if you would like to find out more about oils and how they can support your systems, any system really for that matter, we'd love to just connect with you over at Hunt4Wellness.com. And we have the little blue button on there that says connect with us by email. And we can then set you up for a discovery call if you'd like, and get you some information, talk about your goals, talk about some of the things that you're maybe dealing with, and we would like to help you through that because, like they say, there's an oil for that. There's an oil for everything. There's over 600 different oil-based products. So,
Brain power. That's
right.
We
brain
forgot
power.
about that one.
Brain's part of the nervous system. So
yes, it is.
Supplement too.
So that is an excellent one for the brain.
Yep.
And longevity also is highly antioxidant.
Yeah.
So there's longevity capsules and longevity essential oil. So to use every day. Also, B vitamins.
Love our B.
Super B. So There you go.
There you go. That's a lot. So, and that's just the nervous system we're talking about today. So, just before we go, this episode of Hunt for Wellness is brought to you by waterdistillers.com. Great machines for great water that give you great wellness. Head over to waterdistillers.com and check out what they have to offer. And then come back for another system we'll be covering on our next episode of Hunt for Wellness.